Hi and welcome to the KSA Tech YouTube channel. In today's tutorial we'll be covering preparing a file for laser cutting using AutoCAD. In this example I'll be using a site that I've downloaded via Digimap. We won't be covering downloading from Digimap in this video, but we do have another video that shows you how to do this. So if you're not sure how to download from Digimap, please pause this video, go back and watch this tutorial and come back and continue this one. Or you can click the on-screen prompt that appears on screen now. I've already downloaded my Digimap file, so I'm going to start by opening it in AutoCAD. You'll receive a warning that this file was not saved by Autodesk product. This is normal. Just ignore this and continue opening the file. The first thing we're going to do is save this file as a .dxf, which will allow the laser cutter to recognise the file and also give us a saved copy should we make any mistakes. Once the file is open, you should bring up the Layer Manager and begin to hide and freeze any layers that aren't needed. In this example, I'm taking out any layers that are areas or text, leaving only the lines to be etched and cut by the laser cutter. The reason that we both hide and freeze the layers is that when the layers are only hidden, the computer is still using resources to draw them on screen. Freezing them means the PC has less lines to draw and more resources to work faster and with more stability. It may take you some time to find and hide all the layers you'll need, so I'm going to skip the video ahead to when I have hidden and frozen all my layers. Okay, all my layers are hidden and frozen. Now you see what we're left with is a simple line drawing of my site. Now I'm going to create one layer called Etch and one called Cut. As you can imagine, any line we place on the Etch layer will result in that line being printed onto the surface of the laser cut material without going through it completely. Any line on the Cut layer will slice through material on the laser cutter completely. In this example, on layer 0 I have a nice white line that's the border for my site, so I'm going to hide that for now, but this will be useful to me later. Make sure your Cut and Etch layers are visible and not frozen. Now I'm going to select all the visible lines, right click and go to Properties. Change the properties for all of these lines to Color, Red, Layer, Etch and Line Type to Continuous. Now we're going to hide our Etch layer and unhide my Layer 0 border. Select it, right click and go to Properties again. This time set the colour to blue, the layer to cut and the line type to continuous. Now that we've reduced the number of layers in the file, we can select all visible lines on the cut and etch layers and copy them with a Ctrl+C shortcut on your keyboard. Create a new file and paste the copied layers into the document using the Ctrl+V shortcut on your keyboard. Now we can save this file again as a DXF. When saving is complete, highlight all of the visible lines once again and type in the command explode followed by enter. Now reselect the lines one more time and type in the command overkill. Now, because I downloaded my site from Digimap, this drawing I can assume is in meters. I want to convert it to millimeters because that is the scale units that are accepted when we want to laser cut. To do this, I'm going to scale my site up by 1000 since there are 1000 millimeters in 1 meter. Go to the line tool and draw a line in your drawing that is 1000 units long. Now highlight all the visible lines except the one you've just drawn and type in the command scale and press enter. Now select the base point of your 1000 unit line and then the end point. Now this drawing is 1:1 in millimeters. I can now go onto Moodle to the DP7100 undergraduate module and scroll down to the folder Laser File Preparation. In here, you'll see we have templates to make sure your site will fit onto an A1 sheet of material. There are different templates for different scale factors. Download the one that you intend to scale your site to. For this example, I'm going to use the 1:2500 template. When the file is downloaded, open it in AutoCAD. Highlight the rectangle and use the Ctrl+X shortcut on your keyboard to cut the rectangle from the drawing. Move back over to your file and use the Ctrl+V shortcut on your keyboard. Click to place the cut object onto your document. In this example, I'm going to place my template slightly off centre to demonstrate how to trim and rearrange parts of the site that don't quite fit as a whole, but can be slotted into empty space available in the template. Click to highlight all of the lines, including the template, and copy them using the Ctrl-C shortcut on your keyboard. Now paste them again using the Ctrl-V command on your keyboard. We could then use the trim tool to trim over any lines that exceed the template boundary. Click the trim tool, and then click the line that you wish to trim to. Then click the side of the line that you wish to trim on, and press enter. Now click on the individual lines to delete them. Again, this may take some time, so I'm going to fast forward the video to when I've done this. Now I've trimmed off the lines that exceed the template boundary, I can select the remaining lines and delete them. Now on the copy we placed above, we will trim out the opposite lines to those we cut off in the previous steps. Again, this may take a while, so I'll fast forward until I've done that. Since these parts will now be separate, we need to cut them at the border to allow us to stick them together later. To do this, we're going to draw a line to close the open edges that we're left with after our trim. Just as we did previously, we're now going to select this line, right click, go to Properties, and move it to the cut layer. Colour it blue, and the line type continuous. Do this for both halves of your site. Now you can see we have the remaining part of the site that needs to be moved into the existing template boundary. First we can select the lines that are not needed, like the second template border, and delete them. This should leave you the rest of your site that is ready to be dropped into your template boundary. Select the lines, cut them with Ctrl-X, and paste with Ctrl-V. Move the site around until you can find a space in the template and then click to place. Finally, save the file, making sure it's in the DXF format. This file is now ready for laser cutting and scaled correctly. Please make sure that you check your drawing is sized correctly and that there are no lines that overlap or lay over each other, as this could lead to your file being rejected for laser cutting, or cause serious damage to equipment or staff when the file is being cut. Always remember, the better prepared a file is, the less time it will take to process and the quicker you can collect your laser cutting. So, thanks for watching this tutorial. Feel free to check out our other videos, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to make sure you're kept up with videos as they're released. We hope to see you soon, but until then, have a good day.